Hello everyone and welcome to Story Construct. This is a series where I break down the stories of video games, and this week it's Freedom Planet. Now, I did the adventure mode for this game rather than the classic mode because the classic mode has you play multiple characters, and I felt it was easier to tell the story of the video game as a whole in adventure mode. As soon as the game starts, it throws you into a cutscene that takes place at Shrigong Palace on planet Avalis, which is the world where the game takes place in its entirety. It is in this cutscene that you see the antagonist, Lord Brevin, for the first time as he breaks into the palace and murders the king, and even brainwashes his son, Prince Dale. Afterwards, you hear this opening monologue.
A crisis has befallen our world. For centuries we have depended on the Kingdom Stone, but its strength is fading. It cannot keep up with our growing demand for energy. The Prince of Shrigong, poisoned with madness over the death of his father, has spread machines across the land to steal energy from other kingdoms. Tensions are growing, and I fear that war may be inevitable.
Next, you see a cryptic flashback of Brevin's ship crashing, and 3 days later his ship is getting attacked and is going down. This is where you meet two of our main heroes, Lilac and Carol, and like two little video game characters you have to go help. Did I mention Lilac's a dragon? Yeah, that's kind of important. After fighting a snake robot thing, you come across a main evil snake dude named Serpentine, threatening a turtle duck? Anyway, you trick old Snakey into thinking he killed you, and you and the duck man have a talk. You learn that his name is Torque, and he tells you that your people's greatest treasure, the Kingdom Stone, is in danger of being stolen by a man named Mayor Zhao. You, being the great human beings that you are, decide to go warn the people guarding it. When you arrive, you meet General Gong, who Lilac and Carol apparently know from their past. You also meet Nero, who constantly looks like she wants to kill you. You warn them of the impending threat, but they do not heed your warnings, and instant karma gives them a train in the face! When you go underground to save the Kingdom Stone, you arrive just in time to meet Spade, who you also know from your past, and he's in the process of stealing the Kingdom Stone. You are unable to stop him, and he gets away. Then you are confronted by the Guardian of the Stone, which is honestly the scariest thing ever. After you defeat the Nightmare Spawn, the chamber collapses. While above ground again, you meet Mila, the cutest thing ever. Oh, and she also saves Carol's life, so you become friends. Afterwards, you are shown a cutscene of General Gong telling the Magister, one of the three rulers of Avalis, along with Prince Dale and Mayor Zhao, of his failure. So, after a long, hard day of adventure, you decide to kick it in your treehouse with some female bonding. But in the middle of the night, Carol discovers that Torque is an alien. He explains that he was sent to Avalis to stop Brevin, who is also an alien, and you, of course, agree to help him. In the morning, you meet with Gong, and he tells you that the Magister wishes you to go to Mayor Zhao as a neutral party and persuade him into peace. So Torque flies you there with his pilot skills. When you arrive, you meet up with Spade again and learn that he is Prince Dale's brother, but your conversation is cut short when you are ambushed. So you're running through town all cool, and oh my god, it's Snakey and the Tiger Sword. You manage to defeat him, but he still gets away with the Kingdom Stone. Mayor Zhao shows up and invites you to dinner. It is there that you convince him that Brevin's the bad guy, and he lends you an airship to go back to the Magister so that they can all work together to defeat Brevin. During the flight, you get attacked by Prince Dale's forces and manage to fight them off, but not before they make you crash land in the river. You then tell the Magister what happened, but Nero convinces him that you should be locked up because Lilac and Carol used to belong to a group of thieves called the Red Scarves. After a failed attempt by Mila to find Torque, Lilac tells the Magister that everything was her fault, and he let Torque go. After that, our three heroines escape to go find him. You arrive just to see Torque being abducted, and you have another run-in with Snakey. After that, Lilac and Carol have a falling out, and Lilac decides to go after Torque on her own. After fighting a lava robot, you get captured by Brevin because it was all a trap. He tortures you so Torque will give up information. Afterwards, you are freed by your friends, and the base explodes. After you wash up on shore, Nero is there to capture you. After that, the Magister offers you a way to atone by going to a dig site that was thought to be radioactive, but Torque disproved that. So everything's fine on the dig site. Oh my god, it's a dragon! Never mind, it's just a robot pretending to be a dragon. The robot guides you to a message left by Lilac's ancestors who made the Kingdom Stone as a source of energy. You present this news to the Magister, and he instructs you to get Gong and Zhao to work together because they are both being greedy about energy. So Lilac decides to be a dragon and scare them into working together. Then you fly the fake dragon to the Battle Glacier where Brevin's ship is located. Afterwards you fight Prince Dale for the final time, and Spade even kind of helps. Next, Brevin's ship takes off and you enter the selfless act of boarding it and taking it down. While you are on, you fight an empowered Snakey and an empowered brainwashed Mila, before finally fighting Brevin and taking him and his ship down. The Kingdom Stone also transforms into Stardust, and then a closing monologue.
An opportunity has fallen to our world. We now realize that the Kingdom Stone was never fading, but changing in ways that were transparent to us in our lust for power and prestige. The wind carries its eternal glow to the furthest reaches of our lands, and former enemies extend their hands to one another, acknowledging the error of their ways. Creatures both mutant and metal still ravage the landscape, and it will be some time before we can dispose of them once and for all. Perhaps most troubling of all is that Lord Brevin, the monster who threw our world into chaos, is nowhere to be found. There is still much work to be done. We are not completely out of danger, but my people and I will rest easy tonight, knowing that the bravery and sacrifice of a select few have given our world another chance.